All right, afternoon, everyone. Audio should be coming through clear. This is Coffee and Charts, volume 35. So we're going to do some market observation. Of course, if any of you have questions, please feel free to ask, especially if you're new. As you make your way on, be sure to like and share the video. If you're not already on Facebook, follow the TeamAlliance Facebook page and turn on the little bell so that you receive notifications. If you are tuning in from YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the bell notifications. And if you are tuning in from Twitter, be sure to like and share the video, and to also retweet. When you do these things, this ensures that others have an opportunity to be notified that I am live. These things also will ensure, or at least give you the best opportunity to receive a notification when I do go live. So whatever platform that you may be tuning in from, you may or may not receive a notification from that one. But if you're subscribed to the other ones, you could get it on, one of the other ones. All right. Also, if you're not a member of the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, be sure to join that group, because that will ensure that you receive a notification no matter what. For whatever reason, Facebook will always give you a notification when you're in the Facebook group. All right. Okie doke. So aside from that, we're ready to begin observation. I've actually been looking at the market actually for a little while. It's 2:00 now. I've been watching since about 12:30, and I've seen a couple of different things transpire so far, but nothing that would warrant an actual trade to be entered, at least not thus far. For those of you who are new, what I tend to do is give a brief tutorial of what this is and what you're looking at. And basically, this platform that we are observing is what's referred to as NADEX. NADEX, even though you may not be aware of it, you may not know what it is, this might be your first time hearing about it. Regardless of what the case is, NADEX is the most powerful trading platform that exists. So I don't know what, you have been doing up to now as far as your trading goes. But what I do know is that you don't have to look any further when you finally end up on the NADEX platform as far as for trading. Now, understand that there's a difference between trading and investing. Some of you like to invest or would like to invest versus trade. And I understand that. If you're looking to just invest like in stocks or in, the crypto market, probably more so stocks, because crypto is like people want to trade crypto too for whatever reason. Really just because it's another market to trade. But crypto, I would say, is more so, or should be more so, geared for investing, especially Bitcoin. But some people trade crypto. If you trade crypto, it is what it is. But here we trade specifically options, and even more specifically, binary options. Now, the reason that I said off the rip that this is the best platform that exists is literally because this platform allows you to use your knowledge of the market and your understanding of the movement in the market. You can use that knowledge and apply it to binary options, and you'll be financially free. I mean, literally, you will be financially free because you can position yourself to make so much money on the platform just by being correct about the way that you interpret the market's movement. Now, let me just elaborate. Interpreting market movement efficiently and then applying that information to the binaries equals winning your binary options trades. on this platform, the binary options can be scaled up, meaning that when you initially begin to trade, you can start with one contract, one binary option contract. That one contract, $100 in your account, you can get busy, start trading. Through simple, consistent profits, you can continuously scale up the number of contracts that you trade. Taking the same trades. See, let me. This is what makes this platform powerful. I'll give you an example. If I'm looking at the market now and I say, all right, I can see what this behavior is looking like. I can see where the market is positioned. I'm confident that if I enter the market here with a buy trade, that this market is going to stay above my option and I'll win this trade. Now, if I make if I make that determination and I am willing to take that trade, I can enter that trade and it doesn't matter how big I decide to go in the trade. Meaning it doesn't matter how many contracts I decide to trade. I could trade with 1, I could trade with 10. I could trade with 20, 40, 50. What's powerful about the platform is that for everyone who is trading, there are people on the opposite side of the same trade. So if I'm saying I'm going to buy based on what I'm seeing in the market, and my buy puts me into a trade where now all the market has to do is remain above the option that I've selected. The person that is thinking the opposite of that is who I'm trading against. They're the one that's going to take the other side of the same trade that I'm in. So for every person who's trading one side, there will be others trading on the opposite side. And more so, people who don't trade like me. So in other words, the way that I trade, there are probably more people trading with the opposite thinking than me. So what does that mean for me? It means that there's way more people on the other side. There are way more orders doing the opposite of what I'm doing, which means that now those orders are available for me to take when I decide to enter into a trade, because there are more people thinking the opposite of me on the other side of the market, on the platform. So with the same binary option that I'm trading, someone else is thinking the opposite of me over there. That's who I'm trading against. In other words, that's who is going to fill the order for my trade. Because people get confused about, oh, well, when your trade is bigger, do you get filled? I'm explaining to you why we will always get filled. The reason that we'll get filled is because there are way more people on the other side. What am I saying? There's way more people that don't know what they're doing. See, because listen, it's not just about what side of the market you're trading on. It's about what do you understand about the market to validate the trade that you're taking. Just because you trade in the money doesn't mean you're going to win your trades. And just because you trade out the money doesn't mean that you're going to win your trades. In order for you to win, you have to be correct about what the market does at the time of your trade. You're following me? So you can have people doing a bunch of trading all day, but they may not consistently be right about what the market is doing at the time of their trades. So they can't capitalize on what this platform allows you to do as far as being in a trade, no matter how large the contract size is, being able to scale up and increase the contract size, getting instantly paid out when you win. So you can't take advantage of that if you don't win. So the bottom line is that you have to win. But how are you going to consistently win if you don't understand the movement of the market before you enter a trade? If you understand market movement prior to entering a trade, it means that you understand the outcome of the movement, which means that you'll know the outcome of the trade. Is this making sense? Is it making sense? You're not here just flipping a coin. Well, I'm going to buy. I'm going to just buy. I can see an upward trend forming. I see some support. I'm pretty confident in a buy. Sure, let's go for it. And next thing you know, you're buying. You're entering a buy trade. But listen to the reasons that you gave. You just said the market is there's upward pressure. What the hell is that? What's upward pressure? You just said there's some support. So what? None of what you're saying aligns with what the market is actually doing at the time. You're picking and choosing what you want to say to justify the trade that you want to take. And this is how most people trade. So just think about that for a moment. If most people trade that way, that's why most people don't win their trades. They win some of them, but they don't win enough of them to confidently scale up in perpetuity. They can't keep scaling up because they're scared to do it. Well, why are they scared? Because they flipping a coin. Anytime somebody talking about upward pressure and trend, oh, there's an uptrend. The market's consolidating. What does that mean? What that mean? Well, it's moving sideways. Okay, but so what? What does it mean? So you'll hear people's conversation be very limited, and it will sound like they're regurgitating something that they heard. And most of the time, that's what it is. They read something or they heard somebody say something. The market's consolidating here. I think this would be a good place here to place a trade. Look at this. We have pricing. But you're not understanding why you have pricing. Well, you got some pricing because of how much time is left on the clock. And the reason that you don't have as much pricing as you could is because of where the market's positioned. Did you know that? So there's so much that you need to be aware of when it comes to navigating the platform and understanding all of the whys. Like, why is there pricing right now? Why is there pricing with this much time left? Why is there pricing based on where I see the candles? Why am I seeing the candles where they are right now? Why is the market moving the way that it is right now? So there's a bunch of questions that you always need to be asking and answering. And people won't take the time to do what? To observe. just to watch and learn. See, it's one thing for me when I come on to just talk about what I'm seeing in the market. It's another thing when I'm explaining why I'm seeing that. See, you guys get to benefit from all of that because that's what I do. When I come on and we talk about what the market is doing at the time, I'm giving you reasons why there is no trade. See, look, this is what most people want. They want to come on and they want Mark to enter into trades so that they can copy the same trades. They want me to come on here and, analyze the market, take trades. Yeah, this trade here looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna take this right here, so that they can just copy that. But instead of me doing that, because it doesn't work, for one, what I'll do is I'll actually look at the market. I'll just talk about what the market's doing and how it's moving and what it means. I'll explain why the options are priced the way that they are. I'll talk about, well, look at how long the market has been in between these two strikes. In other words, how long has the market been inside this green box? Like, I'll break down why this green box is here. The green box represents the closest two strike prices where the market is in between. That's all the box is. But then I'm breaking down how to utilize the box to actually identify whether or not the market is stable. Well, how do we do that? Well, there's a bunch of different perspectives to see it in. One of them is in the size of the candles. And here goes the knowledge. So you see what I'm doing? When I talk, I speak with knowledge. I know something. But the reason I know is because I observe. It's the same reason why most people don't know. Because they don't observe. What they do is trade. They get on here. Oh, look at this. It's pricing here on this sell. Ooh, 30 seconds left. Oh, shit. Let me get ready, man. 20s. I'm going to try to enter this at 20. Let me see. I'm going to just place a limit order. Boom, they place a limit order. They try to get into this trade. They're not looking at the indicative price. Look at the indicative price. The market is sitting on the strike price. Literally. It's sitting on the strike. And here they are trying to get into this trade. All the market got to do is move up by 1 micro pip and they would lose if they were selling. It's insanity. But this is the type of stuff that people do because of the way that their thought process is. They on here looking for trades. See, and I'm telling you not to do that. I'm telling you, listen, this NADEX platform, these binaries, and the fact that you can just consistently be profitable, that is way too valuable for you to just come on here bullshit. That's way too valuable and way too important for you to get on here just trading. You need to put that to work for you. NADEX is a powerful platform. When you win your trade, you get paid. You make a withdrawal, it hits your bank in 2 days, 48 hours. No issues with that. So now, how can you consistently win? That should be your next question. Well, look at what we're trading. We're trading binaries. Binaries are simple. Just be correct about where the market ends, and you win. That's how simple these binaries are. Problem is the market moves. People forget all about the market. They just thinking about binaries. Oh, binaries are simple, man. I'm gonna kill these binaries. You busy trying to kill the binaries and you mess around and get killed by the market. Oh, you forgot about the market, huh? You thought it was just about the trades. Okay, I got you. See, so people will have it twisted. They're on here trying to trade their little heart out, winning some and then getting slapped. They'll win some and then they'll lose a trade, not understanding why they lost. And don't let them win 4 or 5 trades in a row. Can't tell people nothing. I'm 5-0 today. I don't know what Mark talking about. Mark ain't even take a trade today. Difference is I don't need to. Difference is by the time I end up in a trade, I made more money than you probably deposited. I'm just saying. One trade. On one trade. And see, now mind you, all of that just simply comes as a result of doing what I'm telling you to do, as far as not wasting your valuable time on just trading here. Learn how to interpret the movement of the market so that every trade that you take, you give the full value to. Every trade you end up in, you have full confidence and you give full value to, because you've already done the work in the market to know, well, I know what this is going to end up looking like based on what the market's doing. See? And when you look at this from that perspective and you learn how to understand the movement of the market first, you'll begin to understand market movement before you even see trades. Super valuable. Before you even start seeing a trade, you'll know the outcome of a trade if it does come, because you know the outcome of the movement. So here comes the mindset part. All right, so I'm starting to understand how this market is working. I like this. Starting to understand. I'm starting to see clear. Now I need to develop my patience. Well, why do you need patience? Well, because I need to wait. Well, what are you waiting for? Waiting for the market to stabilize. Well, how long that gonna take? It don't matter. Doesn't matter. That's like saying, well, you know, how long before you get paid? Does it matter how long it takes if I know I'm gonna get paid? Like, see, so do y'all understand the dynamic of that? People spend more time on worrying about when their check is coming than to just chill and let the check come. It's just like if you know that on your job you get paid same time, right? Or let me just add a little to it. Let's say on your job you notice you're going to get paid no matter what. But sometimes the check is delayed a little bit, right? Your check comes delayed, but it has all of the money that you made. In other words, it's not missing any money. I used to deal with this when I worked at the phone company. Sometimes the check wouldn't come on time that Friday, so they would have to wait until the following payroll period. And they'll be like, you know, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of y'all. But, you know, we can't pay you this week. We had a problem with payroll. Some people will be sick. What? We ain't get paid this week. And they start going off. And I'm like, you going to get your money? This is Verizon. They got the money, bro. You're going to get your money. Relax. Yeah, but I got bills now. And that's the whole paycheck to paycheck thought process. So the people that thought that way, which was 99% of everybody, they're stressed out, flipping on people, cussing. Well, I ain't doing no work then. like having an emotional reaction because there was an issue with the payroll. Companies go through issues. They have issues sometimes. They had an issue with the payroll. It don't mean you ain't gonna get your money. You just ain't gonna get your money this week. It's gonna come next week. And it'll be 2 weeks worth of money. So instead of them looking at it that way, like, let me chill. I'm good. I ain't worried about it. They got shit that they want to do now with the money that they were supposed to get this week, right? And because they're paycheck to paycheck, they can't do what they wanted to do this week. You see what I'm doing is I'm dealing with the mindset. This is why you have to work on your mindset, because that thought process is bonkers. If that's how you're thinking, it's the reason that you'll never elevate to the thought process where you know that the money is coming. Not worried about that money. And if you're in a position where you need your check this week, you need to do better. And I'm still talking about the Verizon example. Like, bro, you ain't got no money in the bank? You ain't got no money in the bank. Like, you don't have no money in the bank to hold you down until next week? Sheesh. Really? Is it that serious? So I brought that up and I used that as an example because that's a good comparison to use to describe the mentality. You understand? So it's just like when you're building something. Let's say that you wanted to build a house. You're building a house. Your house will be built, but it's going to take time to build it. So in the interim, you don't live on the street, right? You have somewhere else to live. You're living somewhere else now. Once the house is built, then you move into the house. But there's a time, a process that you have to deal with in the interim for your house to be built. See? You can't rush that either. Can't rush it. Everything that needs to be where it needs to be, you need time to make sure that that happens, right? So that the house is built right. Again, I'm using another analogy to describe the process of learning this, because this is a skill set. So this is what a lot of people don't understand about what we're doing here. They don't understand, like, wow, when I finally do elevate and I'm able to execute everything I'm learning here, I'm gonna be rich. It's like people don't understand, they don't comprehend that. They're just thinking about paycheck to paycheck, meaning, well, I ain't take a trade in 2 weeks. I need a trade. You got paycheck to paycheck mentality. That's why you're thinking like that. And what you'll do is you end up doing dumb shit because you're chasing a trade. I need a trade, man. Why do you need a trade? You need to continuously acquire and elevate your skill set, because your skill set being where it needs to be is how you'll put yourself into position with the skill. And you know what that means. That's freedom when it's all over. You understand? So that's too valuable for you to worry about the small things now. Well, no, I haven't seen a trade yet. I haven't seen MRMH yet. I haven't seen RCB. Don't worry about that stuff. Train. See, you see how I'm shifting right into what we're doing. Train. Continue to train. And the thing about it is that you're not training enough until training is boring to you. If training ain't boring to you yet, you're not doing it enough. It should be boring. Because I'll tell you what, making money is boring. It's just when you get to the point where it's like, well, this is what I do. I make money all the time. After a while, it's like, all right, well, what else we doing? Because the money is that's not an issue. We gonna make money. You see what I'm saying? Like it gets boring, it gets monotonous because you keep doing the same thing to do it. So it's the same process that we keep doing over and over again to achieve the same result and the same outcome. That's boring. It's not exciting. See, some people want thrill and excitement, and nah, we don't. I don't need all that. I don't need that. Give me my coffee, some good food, and the laptop or the phone. Observing the market, chilling. Mark, did you get a trade yet? Nope. Then trade comes out of nowhere. This like this is how this works. Trade, look, put like this. You go a week or two, maybe with nothing, no trades, no nothing. Then out of nowhere, a trade comes, and then you look in your account. You're like, oh man, wow, whew. All right, let me pull that out. See, there's weeks that will go by nothing. Then a week comes, 2 trades. You get 2 trades in a week. And you make a 5-figure withdrawal. It's like, oh shit. And I'm breaking it down like this because this is what's going to happen. All because of what you're doing now. You putting yourself in position by training, developing patience, working on your mindset, doing all the stuff that's uncomfortable for people to do for whatever reason. Like people get frustrated with the process of training and learning, and I never understood that. I'm like, but do you realize what you're learning? Do you realize what you're actually learning? You're learning something that doctors and lawyers financially can't even compete with as far as how much money you make. You're learning something that will literally have you outperforming every occupation that out there that you can name. And all of them. All of them. At your leisure, mind you. Right now, look at right now. It's 2:50 in the afternoon, right? My son is on his way home from school now. He'll be here in a moment on the bus or whatever. Bus will drop him off. When he comes, he'll come say what's up, and I go in there and I hang out with him for a little while. Then I probably leave, go get a smoothie. Then I go outside, run, and do whatever. Like literally, the time is different. You're doing what you want to do. Wherever I go, I could take the laptop with me. If I want to go in the car, I can bring the laptop. I want to go outside, I can bring the laptop. I want to go in the kitchen, bring the laptop. I want to go to bed, laptop. So no matter where I'm at, I'm able to observe the market. And if a trade comes, it comes. And when a trade comes, we talking about 4 or 5 figures. Couple of trades, that's 5 figures. What does 5 figures mean? What does that mean? That's probably double, or for some people, triple what they make. And you're doing that just because you know something that allows you to have the freedom to look at the laptop whenever you feel like looking and just wait. No rushing. This is why I said, understand what you have. This is too valuable for you to misunderstand what's going on here. Too valuable. This is giving you true time freedom. See, it's so funny how like people will tell me now, they'll be like, Mark, I don't have time to train. And I'm like, okay. And as I think about it, I'm like, okay, so you're saying you don't have time. So you want time. Like you want more time, right? Okay, how are you gonna get more time? Explain to me how you'll get more time. See? So the thing you want, you're not doing the actual thing to get it for you. You telling me you don't have time to train is telling me you don't have time to do the thing that will give you more time. It doesn't make sense. So this is what I mean about the way that people perceive everything. The way that you see time and the way that time actually is two different things. You're seeing time like, well, I don't have time to do that. But what you're really saying is, I don't really want to do that. That's what you're saying. But you're justifying it with time. So it's easy to say, I don't have time to do that. But what you're really saying is, I don't want to do that. In other words, I don't want to do the work. Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy. Breaking it down. See, that's what you're really saying. I don't want to do the work. All right, so guess what happens? You don't do the work, you don't reap the rewards. No worky, no money. No worky, no money. See, you can't have it both ways. So I don't know what else to even say as far as that goes, because these are just the same repeated questions that keep coming up, the same repetitive, comments and remarks that people make. Oh, Mark, I don't have time. You don't have time. You have time to eat. You have time to take a shower, right? You got time to sleep. Okay, so what you're actually doing is you make time for what you want to do. Whoa. Shit, why you had to say that? Because it's the truth. You make time for what you want to do. So be honest with yourself. What you're really saying is you don't want to do it. You don't feel like putting in the work to do it. All right. If that's what it is, you need to accept that now and deal with it. That's what you're dealing with. Time ain't the problem. Time is not the problem. Listen, there's people right now got 2 jobs and train. They work 2 full-time jobs and still train. How do they do that? Because they know that they want to put the work in to get their time back. They know that once they have this skill set, it's all over. They're going to be like, fuck them jobs. I'm just saying. Not in a malicious way, but in a, listen, I'm okay now. I don't need the jobs. I'm in position. Got money in the bank. See, but you get to that point, and regardless of how much time you think you don't have, you can put the work in to get to that point. I don't care what you're doing. Oh, but Mark, I got kids. So what? And everybody got kids. Shit. I understand. Yeah, but my kids, they, it's a distraction. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so what? Your reason for doing this has to be for them. Think about that one. What is it that you want to really do for your kids? Do you want more time with your kids? All right, there's a price for that. There's a price for that. And like I said, there's nothing else that I have seen that gives you the time freedom that this gives you. As a matter of fact, ain't nothing else really that gives you the money freedom either. I'm just saying, name an occupation. How much money they make per year? We can beat them. And not doing a lot either. Listen, one trade a week. Right there, you making what the average anesthesiologist is making. $250,000 a year. The basic ones. The ones that be like at like a what do you call these? Like an urgent care center. The ones that do basic anesthesia. The local ones and all that. They make $250,000. One trade a week, that's that right there. Boom. So you got to understand what it is that you're actually dealing with this. This is different, man. This ain't hard. It's not hard. And when you talk about the numbers and you talk about time, these are 5-minute binaries. In a day, you got 276 opportunities, and you got that 4 days a week. And then between Friday and Sunday, that's another 20 hours. So you got 23 hours a day for 4 days, and then 20 hours. I think the number's 1,360 opportunities, something crazy like that. 1,360 opportunities in a week. And let me just verify that, because my OCD. 23 times 4 is 92, and then that times 20. Well, no, plus 20, excuse me. So you add that up, that's 112 hours. And in each hour, you got 12 opportunities. So it's like, about 1,300 opportunities in a week. So out of 1,300 opportunities, only one will have you making what an anesthesiologist makes in a year. Just think about that. Just think, because that's like saying, oh, well, Mark, there's no trades. It's not about trades. This is just about applying a process. That's all. I find that when I make myself more available, more trades come. It just is what it is. If I decide not to be around on the charts as much, I can do that. I don't feel like, I don't want to watch the market right now. I'm going to sleep. I don't want to do that right now. I want to take a ride. I can choose to watch or not watch. If I choose not to watch, I come back later and watch later. When the market stabilizes and gives it up, trade will come. Trade will come, money's in the bank. Rinse and repeat. 1 week, nothing. Next week, 2 trades. Another week, nothing. Next week, another trade. Following week, another 2 trades. Next thing you know, you did 6 trades for the month. What are we talking about? So again, man, like this is different. This is something else. This is something else. Another thing too with the skill set. Many times I've messed up, but because I trained so much, I didn't mess up. Oh boy. Listen, I've been in trades that were terrible trades, but because of the training, I knew that at the time it was right. I took bad trades at the right time. Took a bad trade when the market was stable. Oh, that trade was terrible. Yeah, but market was stable. That's what I'm looking for first. So me clicking in is something that's only going to happen when the market is stable. So that means it could be a bad trade. Oh, Mark, that didn't have +1 on it. I thought it did. And I'm not telling you to mess up. I'm just explaining that even when I've messed up before, I didn't mess up because I'm conditioned. This is what I'm saying about training. See, when you train that way, it conditions you to execute the same way. The training is just as important as being in position. Whoa, hold on. People are funny because they think I stopped training. I probably watch 301 more than you do. All right. Okie dokie. Yep. It's 100% right here. Knowledge is power. There you go. Tracy says she had the same issue. She just started a job. They messed up the first paycheck and she wasn't worried about it. That's it. Shawnee says, unfortunately, most are looking for income now. And until you grow your account to its maturity, it's not going to happen. Exactly. And you can't grow your account if you don't understand the process that we are applying in the market. So if you don't train and give yourself the necessary time that you need, how are you going to get there? All right. So it's one foot in front of the other. Yep. Alvin, what's happening? Melanie, what's up? Eshaw, what's happening? That's what it is. Got to pay the cost. See, and all the true cost here is really just your mindset. Like if you work on your mindset more, you'll be able to come to the realizations faster. Just like what I was talking about with time and how people keep saying, I don't have time to do this. The reason that you're saying that is because you're using time as the justification for the fact that you just don't want to work. Oh boy. I know that shit hurts. See, that hurts some people when they like, damn, he's right about that shit. It's true. It's easy to listen. Time is the easiest thing to use. Think about it. Anytime somebody don't want to do something, what do they say? Nah, man, I just don't have the time right now. Am I lying? Somebody just don't want to do something. Instead of them saying, nah, I don't want to do it. What do they say? I just don't have time right now. Bullshit. Time is the easiest way to justify not wanting to do some shit. And that's what people do all day. Facts, man. Facts. Griff said, I'm at work training right now. Oh, that's Aaron. What's up, man? Yeah. Jamal, market movement is everything. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, this is hard. to even be able to see when it's worth it to sit at the charts or not. It's payday right there, regardless of a trade. Whoa. That's hard. Oh, this is hard too. Look at this. Look what Mo said. It's a process, letting the process sink into you. Yes. Mac, happy I was able to catch this live. This is really refreshing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Red Man know what it is. He pops up. Red Man pulls up. He pull up. He know what time it is. that right there is a simple answer. If you don't have the time, go make it. Jamal, what's good? Felipe, I literally sit in front of 2 CPU screens at my job, one for work and one for observing the market. I have nothing but time. Exactly. Look at that. I like that. Anytime y'all talk about how you like train at work, I love that shit. I love that. I really want you to get in trouble. I want you to get in trouble for training. For real. Because that means that means you training. Mo, training is organized my mind to work with and around it. Yes. Exactly. It's lifestyle. Angel, my mindset is already no, I'm gonna excel at this because I hear my future self telling me, sister, wait till you see what we earning right now. There you go. There you go. Your future self telling you about all them trips. So that's what keeps me training and focused. Exactly. Trace says she's gonna get a work from home position so she can do that with the 2 screens. I ain't mad at that one. Rampage. Oh man. Bilal, for someone who doesn't have access to NADEX, can the protocol be used in other binary options platforms? Um, it yeah, I mean it definitely can. I don't specifically use anything else, so I don't really have a blueprint for someone to follow. But the foundation is the same. If you wait for the market to stabilize, that's how you'll win your trades. So it doesn't matter where you apply that. You can apply that on NADEX. You can apply that on any other platform, especially the binaries. But the only thing about the binaries outside of NADEX is that these companies are not regulated in the U.S. They're not located in the U.S. So you're really taking a chance, trading on any of these other platforms, to be honest. And that's what I'm always concerned about when I make reference to what we do. You definitely want to put yourself in position to be at ease. Can't really be at ease if you're worried about your trading platform and whether you're going to get paid if you make money. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a good look. So, but yes, the foundation is the same regardless of what platform you're on. Oh, Maui Jeff. Everybody has the time. 6 to 8 hours of sleep is great training time. Yeah. Subconscious training. Yeah, this is something that I used to talk about all the time. And I still mention it, but go to bed with a pair of earbuds and press play. And go to sleep with the training playing in your ears. I still do that. Literally. Ether, why is support and resistance via indicators not a reliable form of market movement? Well, support and resistance in the market helps with your recognition of what could become stability in the market. It's not like you can just use it and you'll know where the market is going to go and have a reaction. The market may or may not go and have a reaction at a support or resistance level. That's the thing. So it can't be used just as a standalone indication of the behavior of the market. You understand? The only thing that you can use to identify the behavior of the market is the movement of the market. Support and resistance is where the market has been. It represents something that has already taken place. And depending on the current environment and behavior in the market might respect a level or it could violate that level. So that's why you can't just use that standalone as an indication of anything, because the market could just bust through it, or it could go straight to the exact level and react and then reverse back in the opposite direction. And I know that like, I understand that that's why you're asking that question. So it can't just be used as a standalone indication of the market. It can be used alongside other things that you're looking at, yes, but not by itself. Yep. But that's a good question, Ether. Jamal says, let me get this correct. You don't have 5 minutes to make 6K. Sorry, you don't have the time to make 6K in 5 minutes. Sorry, you don't have the time. You don't have the 5 minute make 6K, which takes what? he said he's trying to do the math still. But yes, I get the point. I get the point. Yeah, I mean, see, ultimately, yeah, like someone's saying, oh, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to train. Okay. All right. If there's something else that you feel is more valuable than learning the very thing that will put you in position to do that, feel free. Go right ahead. And it's so funny because, you know, anyone that ever tells me that, they're going to come back sooner than they think anyway, because they're going to realize, wait, why am I not training right now? Like, I said I don't have time to do what? Why I say I don't have time to observe the market? And it's like, well, training should be happening even if you're not looking at the market. Training is just constantly repeating the fundamentals of what we do. Like 301 will repeat that. If that's all you did, you're going to get to where you are going anyway. But look at how much more in addition to 301 that you have. You got these live observations. You got the live market observations at night. You got the live trainings that I, give you in the group chat, the recommendations from that. Then you got 737, 736, 735. You got all these other trainings, layers of stability. So you have all of these things that just constantly are building. They're building, boom, 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 boom. And it's a nonstop building process. So it's like, well, at what point do you interrupt the building process? You don't. You don't. That's why you don't ever ask, well, Mark, how many times should I watch 301? What do you mean? It's on repeat. Well, for how long? Forever. Forever. I still watch 301, listen to 301 every day. 301 mindset. in my ear every day. Stability training every day. And I do these. This is how I know what's going on. I know what people be doing. And Rant Man pulls up. And when Rant Man comes, he is going to get at you because he knows the bullshit that you're doing. And you need to hear it. Like, damn, it sounded like Mark was talking to me today. Yeah, because I was. But how'd you know it was me? I didn't know it was you. Until now, you just told me. Just told me it was you. There you go. So, it's just more of the same. And the thing about it is that, see, you have to understand the market's not going anywhere. So people have this thing in their head like, oh, I'll come back to it later. And it's like, well, the same market that you're leaving in your mind is the same market that you're coming back to. So you should never stop the building process. That's what I mean about training. It's like training never stops. You never want to stop building. As soon as you interrupt the building process, you have to come back, and it's almost like you got to start over. Almost. So, like, why do that? Don't do that. And I think another thing, too, is that people think that there's so much that they have to do. Oh, well, I got to observe and I got to record. Yeah, you're going to ultimately make your way to doing all of that. Absolutely. But in the meantime, press play. What's the first thing I tell you when you sign up? I'm going to read it verbatim. I'm going to read it. I send everybody the same thing. This is the first thing I say when I send you the playlist. Here's the 301 playlist. Do not share with anyone. Not even in the group chat. Right? When you sign up, do I not send that to you? I send you that with the 301 playlist. So I'm telling you what to do out the gate. And then underneath that, I tell you to watch these on repeat. Watch these on repeat. That's training. So now as you get more time, right? You get more time, you find more time. You start coming in the group chat. And you come in the group chat, you start seeing people posting videos. You start hearing the feedback. You start listening to how we talk. You hear the dialect, right? You in the group chat, so you know when I go live because I posted in there. Some of y'all are here now because I posted in the group chat. That's how you got here. Coffee and charts, boom. So you're connected. So now you're a part of the organism that is TA. See? And you can feed off of it all day, every day. Group chat is up and running 24/7, with the exception of yesterday when Facebook went out. Facebook was out like for a few hours yesterday. Everybody was sick. But they got it back up and running. But that goes to show you how valuable the chat is. People were disgusted. They were like, oh my God. I couldn't talk to anyone. Scary feeling. I know. But see, that just goes to show you how valuable it is. So as you go through the entire process, you work your way through each phase of the process. Initially, you got to watch the video process. Like that's what you do every day. You ain't thinking about trading. You ain't thinking about observing. You ain't thinking about recording yet. But eventually time goes by, you start to see, oh, I need to record because I'm starting to look at the market now. I need to record. Right. See? So you moved in and you grow right into what it is that we do. You are building your way to being in position. See? This is why I said you never stop building. You're building your way into the position. That's what we do, man. Yep, that's what we do. Daniel said it takes time to develop any skill that pays. You got to put in the work at the front end. Say that again. Ooh, that's hard. Listen. Got to put in the work at the front end. Besides, most businesses require 5 years of loss at the front end. This is way better and there's no overhead. Come on now. That's it. That's it. Edwin said he came back after 3 years. That's it. He said, oh, I've been talking all day to you, huh? But that's how, see, that's how things work here, because you always get nourishment. Like, I don't just talk shit and then that's it. The reason that I talk shit about the things that people are doing is so that I can wake your ass up. Like, I just rattle you. Just wake up. Wake up. Because you're going to sleep on the very thing that's going to free you. Having this skill set frees you. And the freedom is just, I can't even put it in words. I know it feels good too. It feels great. It's nothing like trying to figure out what to do. And like, literally, this is my issue every day. I'll be like, damn, what I'm gonna do today? You know, beyond the regular routine stuff that I have with the kids and all of that type of stuff, I'm literally like, what am I going to do today? Oh, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Go play Connect 4. Play cornhole, all type of shit. All right, but anyway, yeah. So currently the market is actually, looks like it's starting to range, but it still is wicky. You know what I mean by that? It's a little wicky still. Right now, where this is kind of hugging the strike in this area, so we definitely want to see the market move away from the strike and position itself better. But overall, on the euro dollar, starting to range a little bit. Some of these candles are still kind of big though. And, you know, I mean, see, like, you see how quickly I can just look and just like break it down, like analyze it real quick. Like, market's doing a little too much still. And that's it. Just leave it at that. Just continue to move the box and wait. That's it. That's it. Yeah, those little bursts. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's you know, indication of instability still present in the movement. So even though the market is starting to range and you're starting to see less movement, there's still too much like back and forth movement within the lesser movement. And, you know, like, this is why I did the training on the layers of stability, because the layers of stability help you understand structure. The first indication that the market gives you that it's stable is that it starts to range. The next indication is it starts to hold. Starts to hold. So this is not holding, right? If it's moving back and forth and you got wicks, that ain't holding, so it ain't there yet. That layer is not present yet. Now, when the market does start to hold, you start to see move hold become more prevalent, right? Next layer, the market begins to remain in the box. So now it's starting to create barrier and clustering. And that, see, like, this is how the layers unfold. So literally, you just understanding the process for what it is that we wait for allows you to see the market and to know when the time is right. This is how we know when the time is right and when the time ain't right. You know how powerful that is? This was giving you the freedom. Because you have the ability to do this no matter what. It doesn't matter what day it is, don't matter what time it is. Market is, I've been running on this platform 23 hours from Monday to Thursday. It's running on Sunday evening from 6 p.m. until midnight, and then on Friday from midnight until 4 p.m. Up and running. See? Come on, man. So plenty of opportunities that will be available for you. You know, the money part is not even anything that we think about. This is why also I condition you to constantly work on your mindset so that you remove that fear early. Like, I don't want you to be afraid of scaling up and seeing more money in your account and things of this nature. That money is just, the money is the result of the process. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to see your money growing in the account. That's what it is. But that shouldn't scare you. See? Oh God, 50 contracts on this one. Doesn't matter. Don't care what it is. You start to even look at everything differently. You stop thinking about the contracts altogether. And you're just looking at the fact that you're observing the market and you know that the trade is going to produce the outcome. Simple. I don't care how many contracts you have on it. See, professional level. So that's why all of this, again, is worth it. It's worth the time to train. It's worth all the work that you're putting in. It's just worth it, man. Yep. I don't know why this thing does this. Should just be zooming in to this. All right. So how long you been on here for? Hour and 20 minutes? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Somebody still trading on our third candle? On what, on this one? Let me see what this one just did. It opened up at 7.5. There probably was no price in here. If I had to guess, there was no pricing, and then you probably did have a little bit of pricing when it took a dip to 73. Yep, if I had to guess. But this, like this area here, this is the first time I'm really seeing the market move away from the strike. Because over here, all of this activity right here, the market was hugging. This was hugging. So this is the first time that you're seeing it move away. And it was really short lived because now the market is doing a position change. Or I can't even say that. Actually, no, it's not really doing a position change. There just are still too many big candles present. So the smaller candle dominance is just not fully there yet. So even this right here, this is all this is right now is just activity in the box. That's all it is. But you don't really have the market in a full blown range yet. But it is transitioning into it. Yes, it is. But is it there yet? No, not quite. Not quite. How do you make the box? You just go to your drawing tools on the platform. Let me get this out the way. Over here, you see this little thing that looks like a pencil. When you hover over that, it says drawings. When you click on that, a drop down box opens up, and you go down here to where it says rectangle, and you click on that, and then you can draw the box. Like you'll see the cross here, and then it lets you draw the box. Well, let me just show you. Go to rectangle, you click, then you can draw it. And basically what the box is, let me delete this. The box is simply the distance between two strikes. So right now, these strikes are 2 pips apart. So the box would just simply be the upper and the lower strike for where the market currently is. The 2 relevant strikes. So yeah, let me delete this. So I'm looking at the market like this, right? And I see where the candles are. So I can see the candles are between this higher strike and this bottom one. So I come over to the rectangle and just draw the box where the lines are. So the top of the box will be here. See? And then the bottom of the box will be the lower strike. So now I have the box. And now if the market decides to go outside of this box, I can just take this box and move it. So now the market, because of the fact that it moved outside of the box when it was here, now the market is here. Now you see the candle inside this box. See this? See? Now the candles are inside of this box. And this box matches this lower strike now and then this upper one. Because I drew the box based on the distance between 2 strikes. See? That was pretty good. That should be very helpful. That was a good description of the box and how to draw it out. Uh, 314 candle. Which one? Oh, excuse me. Oh, this one? And Melanie, what you say happened here? You said something. Somebody taking that third candle. Is that what you said? It happened. It ended under that strike on that 314. But that don't look like anything we would be dealing with at the time. Let me see how big the range was here. 4. This one's 3. This one is 5. This one is 3. Yeah, so you still had one candle in there that was 5. And then the ones to the left of that, these are bigger candles anyway. So you just, you're not seeing the range committed yet. It's still transitioning into the smaller candles dominating. Not quite there yet. And what I do is I make it my business. If I don't have a range, I'm not looking at anything. Like I'm just not looking at nothing. I'm not thinking about a trade or setups or nothing. You know what I mean? So the 313 was moving toward the strike. Nah, this is water. Ice water. Yeah, so there was really nothing going on over here yet. Nothing going on. So, Melanie, were you like, why did you mention that? I'm trying to understand why you said that. You said somebody's still trading on that third candle. When you were talking about that, why did you say that? Man, I want some Caribbean food. Oh, y'all are talking in the group chat? Okay, got you. All right, I'll stay out of it. I will stay out of that one. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Jamal is trading away. Jamal took that one, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it. I just glanced over there. Even though I said I wasn't gonna look, I looked anyway. Yeah, he be shooting off. Pow pow. Like I'm letting it off. Um, so yeah, I mean, as far as when you are understanding the market stability at the time, you seeing stability, remember, is layered from multiple perspectives. Um, just like I said a moment ago, right now the market is not ranging yet. It's almost there, but it ain't there. The same way that we saw, and you're still seeing, like little brief um back and forth moves. You're still seeing that. That's still in there. We have multiple indication that the market's not stable yet. So even though, or even when you're seeing a layer of stability, like if I wanted to, I could take the box and be like, all right, market is in the box right here. And I could look at all this activity and be like, all right, market's in the box here. So I'm gonna trade based off of the box. So if I wanted to trade based off the box, I'm justifying my trade based on the activity inside the box. And I'm like, all right, I could trade off of this. And you can. But understand that if you're just basing it off of that, what you're doing also is you are disregarding other elements that will give you more confidence in the outcome of that you're looking for the trade that you take. Does that make sense? I want as many things to give me the confidence as possible. And the protocol gives you full confidence because it covers every layer of stability in existence. Everything that we talk about as far as the layers that make up the market being stable covers everything. We're not missing anything. We're covering the movement, we're covering the distance, we're covering the position, we're covering the barriers, the clustering of the candles. Like, there's so much that is contained in the TA protocol. That's why when you apply the protocol, your confidence should be at full max, because you're not just relying on one or two layers. Am I making sense? Now, question becomes, well, Mark, can I just trade off of the box? I did a whole live talking about that. The answer is yes. You can trade just off of range. You can trade just off of one thing, all you want to. But understand what you're doing when you do that. Your confidence may not align with what the market is doing. So you may not be fully confident, but you're confident enough to pull the trigger and trade based on what you're seeing. That's fine. Now, if the market does something else that changes the outcome, you need to be aware, and not, you're going to be aware. You're going to see what it is. You'll see the reason why. And you'll look and be like, damn, if I'd have just waited for this, I wouldn't even been in this trade. You see what I'm saying? So I take you through the entire process so that I give you full confidence. You get maximum confidence when you ultimately enter into a trade. There's no question about it. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to hope. You don't have to limit yourself to just one or, two layers of stability being present. So really, that's a decision that you make as far as the way that you want to go about doing things. Now, do I care? I really don't care. But I am concerned if people think that just seeing that is the protocol. That right there, you have to understand, I am concerned about that. I don't want you to think that if someone does something, that's the way that you're being taught to do it. Like I said, I'm giving you the protocol that we use on TA. Now, if you choose to only take one or two pieces of it and apply that, and you're confident, I'm not mad at you. But understand that you are missing pieces that would prevent certain outcomes from taking place if it does happen to you. Does that make sense? Like, am I making sense? Because we go through this all the time. Like, this is nothing new in the group chat. Someone posts a video or whatever the case may be, and then there's feedback. And this is healthy, and this is what we should be doing. Now, of course, if you're being trained and you're conditioned to look at the entire protocol, when somebody shows you something that's not the entire protocol, you question it immediately. Like, wait, that ain't it. And it's like, well, it's a piece of it. See, like, so I want you to understand, just like I just broke it down. Melanie told me the candle what it was. I saw the trade that Jamal posted in the chat. I saw what time it was. And that's when I understood. I'm like, okay, so he took this trade. So now as I'm breaking down what the market was doing over here, I see, well, market was in the box over here. But is that the only thing that we wait to see? No, it's not. Y'all understand? So that's what I want you guys to understand. Regardless of what somebody shows you or what somebody is posting, the protocol is what it is. And it's that way for a reason. Why? Because the majority of people that come into not just TA training, but just in general, you ain't going to develop confidence to do things independent of your level. Like, you don't just go off and decide to do something. You're only doing something based on your confidence. And you only have confidence based on how well you're seeing something. So if you have the confidence, I'm not going to say, nah, that's wrong. Am I making sense? Because there's a reason that you have the confidence. As long as you maintain that confidence, you could be so well at the one thing that you are seeing that it allows you to remain consistent. And I'm fine with that. So this is good because I want you to understand, like, there's a difference between right and wrong. Right is anything that you're doing for the right reason. Wrong is anything that you're doing because you don't understand the reason. That should help all of you understand. If you don't know why you're doing it, it's wrong. Right? If you know why you're doing it, one, you're accepting responsibility and you're holding yourself accountable. Now, I want y'all to understand. This is what I appreciate. Jamal posts what he's doing. A video, and he's posting the screenshot of the email showing you, I was in this trade. What do we talk about all the time? Accountability. He's holding himself accountable. See this, so I want y'all to understand. That's right. There's nothing wrong about that. That is right. Is that what you should do? You got to ask yourself that question. Do you understand what he's doing? Do you understand what he did? Did it make sense? See? Now, just like a moment ago, when I broke down what he did, what did we come to the conclusion of? Well, the only thing that I could see here is that the activity was inside the box. That's the only thing that would give me confidence to do anything if I wanted to do something. Make sense? Now, mind you, I know if I decide to do something, then that's not the protocol that I'm learning. That's not the protocol that I'm teaching. Like, I'm not teaching you to just look at that. That's a part of it. But now, if you take that one part and you focus your energy and attention on that, you'll be able to see that clearer than someone that doesn't do that. Does that make sense? So that's why I said I can't deny or take away the fact that he's confident in what he's seeing. I'm in agreement that the box is the reason why. I agree with that. Now, you know how I'm training you and everyone. You look at the box, but you also look for range. Did you have range? No. What else do you look for? Well, parameters. Were the parameters validated? Nope. Couldn't have been. You couldn't have parameters on this right here. Look, let's just look at it. Look. So this is the third candle, and then this the last one. So on the third candle, it ended at what, 6.5? So this one opened up at 6.6. So this was moving towards the strike. So if you're selling, that's a back tick. That's a DQ right there. So it wasn't off of that. You following me? And this is how, see, you can't be afraid either to get broken down this way either. And I'm sure that Jamal is not offended by me doing this. You can't be offended. He posted in the chat. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. Break it down. All right, I see what he did. I ain't gonna do it. Y'all understand? I see what he did. I understand why he did it. I'm not doing it though. That's how you look at this. And that's why you don't ever pass judgment, because you don't know the reason why somebody's doing something. But I'm breaking down the reason why he did it. I know why he did that. I know why. And that's why I'm breaking it down. And like I said, I understand why he would have confidence in it also. I understand. Now, is that how you should do it? No. Why not? Because that's not what I teach you. You see how simple this is? But again, look at the points that you can take away from it. He's holding himself accountable for what he's doing. He not scared. He not running from it. I did it. This is what it is. This is why I did it. All right, cool. I just talked earlier about how many times I've taken bad trades. Y'all have seen videos of it. I've taken horrible trades. But I was confident. 100%. Oh, but Mark, on some of the trades I saw, I didn't see the +1. Well, I thought I saw it. I don't remember. See? Does that make me wrong? No, because I know that I follow the process, the same one I'm teaching you. So even if I messed up on one part of it, my confidence was there. That's the most important thing, is that you're having confidence in what you're doing as far as the process. So the one thing that I don't recommend you do, I don't recommend that you deviate from the process. And I also am going to say that if you limit yourself to just one aspect of the process, you leave yourself open and you're vulnerable to something happening in the market that could change the outcome. Am I making sense? It's like you're exposed. If you know that having 3 gives you a better, or not even a better, having 3 gives you the best opportunity to achieve the outcome, and you only rely on 1. You're relying on 1 of 3. So 2 of the 3 not being there increases the chances for the outcome to be different than what you're expecting. Yes? Do I recommend that you do that? No. So what if I do it anyway, Mark? If you hold yourself accountable, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say a word. And we can talk openly about it, because accountability is more important to me. If you're gonna do something, hold yourself accountable. Now, what I see, so understand, there's a difference between being held accountable and just doing shit and not saying nothing. Some people will do bullshit and won't say anything. Am I telling the truth? That's not what's going on here. So this is good, because this is growth. So y'all can take away from what I'm giving you now as the feedback. So I interjected into what's going on right now. So in the group chat, just to recap, someone in the group entered into a trade and it was only using a portion of the process that we use. So just a part of the protocol was used to enter the trade, but it was recorded and the person held themselves accountable and they posted in the group. So you tell me, is there value in that? Absolutely. 100%. Because you guys know, you'll see like, all right, I see what he did. I'm not going to do it, but I see what he did. I understand that he was looking at the box. Okay, all right, I understand that. Well, I'm going to make sure that I look at the box, but I'm going to wait for a range first. I'm going to look at the box. I'm going to make sure that parameters meet first, though. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot to take away. This is why, see, you don't realize how valuable the chat is. This is what I'm saying. This is like TA is crazy. There's so much growth. There's always an opportunity for growth from something that happened. So I don't want, people to feel like, oh, well, he's doing it wrong. It's not just that. There's a difference between you doing things wrong, and I explain what wrong means. Wrong means you don't know why you did it. You can't explain to me why you did it. That's wrong. Right? So, yep. Yeah, definitely salute to the accountability. 100%. See, man, listen. You got to appreciate that. Yeah, matter of fact, shout out to Jamal for that, though. He posted it in the chat. He's like, yo, there it is. There's the email, too. Gangster. Oh, shit. He gangstered his way in the chat. Oh, man. I ain't mad, man. I'm mad. Yeah, and see, and this is what it boils down to. See, so this is what I mean. Exactly, the lifelong results, right? Because it's not just about the one trade. It's not just about the one trade. Yes, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. Accountability all day. Yep. Yes, indeed. Angel saying the same thing. This is what Jamal just said. Career versus hobby, right? So, yeah, don't misconstrue either what I'm saying. Don't create the wrong habits for yourself. For the majority of those of you that come into training, you ain't gonna ever do what Jamal is doing. You'll never do that because you ain't gonna be you won't have the confidence to do that. You just won't. Like it's something wrong with him. It got to be something wrong with you to just do that. And I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm kind of serious at the same time, though. But what I'm calling something wrong with you it's like it's something in your DNA almost. Like you're built to focus on something to the point where I got this. And I understand that that's what he's doing. I understand that. Do I recommend it? No, because you can't do that if you're not like that. That's the point that I'm making. If you're not built like that, you'll never do that anyway. I understand that because I would do that. I would do that. But I choose not to do that. Let's be clear with what I'm saying. Let's be clear. I choose not to do that. I make a choice not to do that. And I'm also showing you what happens when you just wait. Like, you don't have to do that to get to the trade. The trade is going to come to you if you just wait for it. That's my point. So, but the reason I do enjoy this is because I'm able to explain and break down the nuances of what is actually happening. This is good, man. This is good. Yeah, there you go. Yep, you could do whatever you want to do. But what is it that you want to do? It is. Yeah, this is good. He said he's Commando. I'm Jason Bourne. Oh shit, y'all are funny. Oh man. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, no, not Jamal. Not Jamal J. This is the other Jamal. Yeah, this is the other Jamal. I was doing all type of shit back in the day. I used to be winning trades. People was totally lost. They was like, "Yo, how did he do that?" Trading speed, trading when the market is slow, doing all type of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, this is good though. This was good today. This was a great observation and a great lesson for shizzle. For shizzle. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. So, yeah, this is almost 2 hours. Wow. I will see you guys on the next market observation, coffee and charts or podcast. All right, and I'll see everyone back in the group chat for more shenanigans. All right. All right, y'all. I'm out. You know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. This is Coffee and Charts, volume 35. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Dom DeMarco.